really only ask you for one thing after leaving here, and that's that you constantly check on each other. The friends you made here will last a lifetime, but check on each other. Be a friend to others and check on each other. We cannot wait for what lies ahead.
This Memorial Day, let us all reflect on the meaning of a warrior's sacrifice for others, service before self, and the cost of personal sacrifice for the good of all Americans. Do this for the fallen soldiers and the soldiers' families.
It's always important to have a good, strong fund balance. Here we are at budget time to be reminded of that. We received money earlier from one, but it was several months and get to us.
Yeah, and we're still owed about $25,000 from other deployments that we're waiting on.
And I appreciate that, but the employees that are working, they kind of like to be paid on the Fridays every 2 weeks.
They do. We try to keep up with that.
I come before you tonight representing the 350 men and women of the Williamson County Sheriff's Office, and also the citizens of Williamson County who elected me to lead this esteemed agency and to safeguard their safety and well-being. Just as people move to this county for our top-ranked schools, I'm convinced they are also moving here because of the safety and security we provide. Our consistently low crime rates aren't a coincidence. They are the direct result of dedicated and professional public safety workforce countywide.
I thought, and I know you're talking about Riddick Romano, if you could say one team was outside looking in that was too bad and one coach, it's Will Hester and Ravenwood football.
Yeah.
But when you go down the line, it's like,
who are you going to take out?
Runner up,
Yeah.
champion. And that Brentwood golf team won by 20 strokes. I don't know if the voters know much about golf, but I can tell you this. That's pretty good.
That's boat race city while eating a tub of popcorn.
Chad, you may have told me this before, but does Brentwood, Fairview, Knowlesville, Thompson Station, do they pay into us for hosting these elections or not?
Commissioner Stanford, they do. For instance, the city of Brentwood submitted a check recently in the amount of approximately $45,000 for their standalone election. The smaller cities that hold elections with the November general election, we don't charge them a full amount, but they do have to pay a portion of the costs related to holding their election.
For this particular development, there will be numerous off-site improvements to the water system that will be required. So when the concept plan comes back to you next month, we will have a list of all of the required improvements and what they'll need to do for that. We're working with the applicant and the utility district to get all of those water improvements that will be required.
To Wallace Stevens by Bruce Jennings. If there be nothing new but that which is, hath been before, how are our brains beguiled, which, laboring for invention, bear amiss the second burden of a former child?
So every year, as we get to, you'll see a resolution in July, we always pull funds from those education impact and school privilege tax. And we pull those funds out, we put that in our debt service to pay against principal and interest. This is the same principle, just doing that now with education impact fee.
And with that, we will go to Resolution 6-2025-4, resolution certifying the tax rate based on the 25 reappraisal program in Williamson County, Tennessee for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025. Again, I know you guys know this. I don't want to be remedial. This is to certify the tax rate that we had to go to by law because a reappraisal, as we all know, does not in and of itself create higher taxes.
The stop loss is on your fiscal year, July 1 to July 1. The medical benefits runs with the calendar year so that they can be calculated within that 12 months. That's just the way it's always been done. That's the way it's rolled forward. I can't speak to if you could do the benefits on the calendar year. And the stop loss is budgeted for the entire fiscal year of the county.
Wouldn't it make sense to make them
My
insane?
job's not to make sense.
The work that they went through at the budget committee to make these budgets balance. And you all may recall that for these budgets to balance originally, it would have taken 5 cents on the tax rate for county government and 5 cents on the tax rate for us. So they were looking to find a way to shrink those pennies from that total 10 cents. They proposed changing, and they did change from a 92% revenue percentage on the property tax to that 94%.
I don't really have a question for Coach. It's kind of a statement. I feel like you've got that Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
Goldeneye.
I mean, you look good, man. Appreciate it.
You stumped him.
To get somebody's attention, I got to do this. But that right there, man, that's
Classic, classic.
The addition of lacrosse and flag football led to a record-breaking number of team championships. Tate, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 9. 9 state championships.
It's my pleasure to present the Student Spotlight Award winners for the month of June. And I'm really excited about these first 3 because we mentioned them at last month's board meeting, but it had just happened, so we didn't have a chance to celebrate them. But tonight we are. So we are going to begin with the Page High girls lacrosse team. They won the first ever TSSAA Girls Class A Lacrosse State Championship, and their coach is Dana Fasano.
I've had some of these coaches shows before Jeremy Qualls that were pretty bland. So, not to take shots at anybody or anything like that, but it was like, wow, okay. And then Jeremy comes in with catchphrases. He's got all this energy, and then you guys are wearing clown hats. And, I mean, it's a little overwhelming. I had to, the complaint department. I just sent Dr. Qualls an email, so hopefully he'll respond, right?
But clown hat. It's great. And ties. Don't forget.
There's
about
actually only
right.
one hat. There's only one.
There's only one hat. There's 2 ties.
That's more than there should be.
All is well with the world when I can lie in my hammock, still as a firewood. The cardinal cloaked, bright and red, at arm's length, sits and whistles. Endless love for his plain old wife.
We started doing programs with TWRA. We would go to events and meetings and provide different Dutch oven desserts and meals, and it just grew from there. And I think all of us do it in our own time now. I do a lot of events for my church, for scouts, and for events on my own time as well. And my wife gets mad because I never cook Dutch oven at home. I always travel somewhere to cook Dutch oven.
I'm here this week with our dog of the week, Morgan, who is about 4.5 years of age. And first off, I want to acknowledge Morgan's amazing face. The underbite, y'all, seriously, it's like a gator. Anyway, so Morgan is actually a very gentle dog. In playgroup, Morgan does great with the other dogs, but does best with calmer dogs.
So second down, goal to go, 3 minutes, the scoreboard clock reads. Wade looking.
Right here. Don't force anything, Destin.
Rolls to his right, fires back to his left, and that one is caught. Oh! Touchdown, Summit, Destin Wade. Is that his 4th touchdown pass of the night?
Yeah, and this is huge. We saw the missed extra point, right, earlier? Yep. Oh, 254, this Summit.
And to tie it up here.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Hold your breath, people. We're tied up.
We've got a tie ball game, 34-34.